What's going on, Jeromes? It's a beautiful Monday morning. Birds are chirping and stuff, and your Vikings are 6-2. Who would have knew? Well, no. 6-4, want some more. Whatever. 6-2 sounds pretty good too. But the Vikings are back in the Derby. They're back in the race, and everything is all good in the hood. Monday morning news dump. A couple of random Vikings tangentially related things that'll make me grin. So Josh Dobbs got it done again. Second win, and frankly played extremely well at a. First half was amazing. Running for that touchdown, throwing that touchdown to Hockenson, looking good in the pocket, showed poise. Second half, it's not that Dobbs looked bad. I blame it more on Kevin O'Connell just calling a very conservative game plan and just not letting Dobbs go out and try and win the game. It's kind of rough, man. But either way, the Gatorade is back in effect. Also, our guy Eli Corbett is absolutely on one as of late with the Passtronaut. All the art, it's looking good, man. And also looking good is the NFL. So you remember that the NFL went all Taylor Swift on the Twitter account a couple of weeks ago, but now this is an era that we actually like. It's him. Hi, he's the solution. It's him. That's right, Josh Dobbs. And Dobbs, we trust. Love to see it, man. Also, 34.2 million followers. That's pretty good. And also Josh Dobbs. So you may be wondering why Josh Dobbs is already looking for Hockenson, and even though they've never played together, they got some quick chemistry. Vikings fan page compiled this from PFT. Hockenson and Dobbs have been working out together for multiple off seasons. Josh would throw to TJ in Tennessee for a couple years up to this point. Whenever Josh would text TJ he's going to throw, Hawk would go because he loved catching balls from Dobbs. This is likely the reason why Hockenson and Dobbs have a great connection through 2 games. Hockenson totaled 18 catches for 203 yards and a touchdown during this time span. And Hockenson has been the favorite target of Josh Dobbs throughout his time in purple. And also the whole thing about players is that they work out together in the off season, and not necessarily teammates, guys from opposite teams, guys from rival teams, they'll work out together. And also, I mean, this does play into like free agency signings. Because who think's a better negotiator? A guy that you're boys with and you work out with in the off season, or your agent? I don't know, man. But it makes sense why Dobbs and Hockenson have such quick chemistry, and hopefully that will continue on to the rest of the year because we're gonna need it, man. Hey, Josh Dobbs work out with JJ in the off season. It'll be pretty easy. I mean, JJ is the best receiver in the game. Also, Josh Dobbs, a little bit of a culture shock going from the Arizona Cardinals, a poverty franchise that makes their players pay for their own dinners, and also other issues. There's some cracks out in the desert. But our girl Lindsey Young, Vikings writer and editor, tweeted this out. Joshua Dobbs joked that he isn't paid by the hour, but says he spent basically all of his time at the Vikings facility this past week. Well, it makes sense because he doesn't have any furniture here. Still in Arizona, just got there from Cleveland. Quote, I think I ate every meal every day there, end quote. And fortunately for him, the food provided for players and staff is amazing, also free, included. All that stuff. Where he didn't have to bring some change. He didn't have to bring Apple Pay to get himself a turkey wrap for lunch. So turkey wrap sounds good. Anyways, speaking of food, so... The greasy, grimy Green Bay Packers lost yet again in Pittsburgh against a not very good Steelers team, but whatever. But also, I love it I love when social media teams troll. It's a good time. So Packers got graded, and the Steelers put up say when in terms of how much cheese you want. So the Steelers get the 23-19 win. Jordan Love throws another game-ending interception, and it's all good. It's also my favorite one. There's a meme where Dave Grohl is shaving Parmesan onto pasta, and he's like, say when, say when, say when. And then the guy's like, I promise not to stop when you say when. I got that backwards. Doesn't really matter, man. Something that also doesn't matter. So, I mean... There's a bell curve when it comes to fans of a team. Like there's fans that are very casual. There's the fans that are sort of fair weather, and then there's the hardcore, right? And it did seem like a fair amount of the fair weather fans sort of just like turned off TVs when the Vikings were 0-3, 1-4, and it's okay. I mean, you don't have to love a team unconditionally. They're not your children. And, when not doing good, you don't have to give them full support. Fully understand that. But it feels like a lot of fans were just itching to jump off the ship. I mean, they're saying that last year's season was a fluke, sure. And they're saying that the Vikings should tank because a high draft pick guarantees you success, all that stuff. But nah, Nah. So we had faith of the heart and never gonna hurt or break me. And the Vikings certainly got back into the Derby, but going 5 straight wins and winning 6 out of the last 7. But now those fair weather fans are like, let me in, let me back in. It's all good, man. Again, we called for a general amnesty, a general pardon, so come on in. That's right, man. Also, Kevin O'Connell deserves a lot of credit. Well, he gets some blame for the 0-3, 1-4 start, but deserves a lot of credit for the winning streak. Ryan Clark, ESPN, who has poo-pooed on the Vikings before, but also he's accurately called a spade, like when Kirk Cousins is playing well. He tweeted this out. Kevin O'Connell is not being talked about enough for what he's doing in Minnesota. The season started with extremely tough losses, and they have rebounded from 0-3. Now one of the hottest teams in ball, even without their best player and franchise quarterback. That's high-level leadership. And he's absolutely right. The Vikings should have beat the Bucs week 1. The Vikings probably should have beat the Eagles week 2. And then the Chargers game was whatever. Tough loss against the Chiefs too. A little bit robbed by the referees there. But the Vikings have won 5 straight, 6 out of 7. And that's nothing to sneeze at. 5 straight wins without JJ. 2 wins now without Kirk Cousins. And it's impressive. And the Vikings, no excuses why they can't be riding an 8-game winning streak into the showdown in Cincinnati week 15. That's right. And also a big reason why the Vikings are higher because of listening to Creed in the locker room. Alec Lewis, the Athletic, go. Funniest part of the day, asked Harrison Smith if Vikings are still playing Creed's Higher pregame. Deadpan. What do you think? I feel like Harrison Smith is low-key hilarious. He was insulted by the question. Understandable. Apologies. 5-0 with it. And, yeah, the Vikings... It started out with Kirk. Blasting Creed, the offensive line led by Garrett Bradbury. They love blasting it during the offseason, but blaring it during pregame and just getting themselves hyped up. And it worked for the Texas Rangers, man. First World Series in franchise history. Why can't the Vikings reel out the first Super Bowl in franchise history with their quarterback 4? That's right. Also, lots of firsts. So, Minnesota Vikings rookie cornerback Mekhi Blackmon, the 3rd-round pick out of USC, one of the only good things that are happening with USC in the last couple of weeks. Well, him and Jordan Addison. First career interception was a big part of shutting down the Saints in the second half, and he tweeted out, "Thank God." That's right. I love Mekhi Blackmon. I think he deserves more playing time. And the Vikings cornerback room, Murph has had his struggles. Yes, Caleb Evans been studly, except health is an issue. Booth has had ups and downs. But I do think that Mekhi Blackmon can be that guy. I do think that he can be an absolute stud going forward. And, a lot of Vikings fans poo-pooed the pick at the end of the 3rd round because there are some more notable names left in the class. But, Mekhi Blackmon did it at a high level at USC last year, was a part of the good years of not terrible years at Colorado, and just go from there, man. Yeah. Speaking of which, I have no transition, but this is an amazing story. So you remember that Cameron Bynum's wife is having issues of getting into the country. I'm not like an immigration lawyer, but I feel like if you're married to an American citizen, like you're in. I thought that was it. But a great story is that Cam Beasley's wife was able to attend the game on Sunday. NFL tweeted this out. Cameron Bynum's wife, Lelaine, is on the sidelines to watch her husband play today. She just received her visa to enter the U.S. There we go. And this is the first time she's been able to watch Cam play in person. And Beasley tweeted, "Thank you, Jesus, and thank you, Twitter. X, we did it." And Cam Bynum did start like a grassroots campaign after his NFC Defensive Player of the Week campaign. And it's great to see. And also, his family got a game ball after the interception that wasn't an interception. It was awesome. It was beautiful, man. But again, moments like this are larger than football, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, man. Also beautiful. Smooth segue. Timberwolves are back at it. That's right. One of the best teams in the league. One of the best. Basically, now I sound like a crotchety old man. Like, does no one play defense in the NBA anymore besides the Wolves? It really seems about it. But Timberwolves get it done in Golden State, which is still a tough place to play, 116-110. And I feel like it's a stepping stone win where the Wolves keep ratcheting up. Anthony Edwards is an absolute superstar, and this team plays great defense. Gobert is there. McDaniels is one of the better defenders in the league as well. Cat is there. Naz Reid. Woo! So I'm a super casual basketball fan. I used to be hardcore when I was a kid, but it seems like if you could find a place to wager the box trifecta of Wolves and Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals, I feel like that's a good bet. I think the Wolves have a shot. The Wolves gave the Nuggets their toughest series last year. Not saying, I'm just saying. Believe, baby. But that's it. That's at Vikings News Dump for this beautiful Monday. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.